We were all sitting in Trai Brindavan. Swami was sitting in the beautiful Jhula. And Swami asked a question. Imagine there is a grand celebration of the wedding of a person in a village. But the sky is overcast. Rains are about to commence. And this particular person is praying that let it not rain, O God. Otherwise my daughter's marriage will get washed off. At the other end of the village is a farmer. He's sown the seeds. He's ready to reap the harvest. He's praying, oh God, please ensure that there are rains. Whose prayer should God listen to? Swami is asking the students. Quiz program. All students give answers. Some say, Swami, marriage is very important once in a lifetime, so it should not rain. Some say, Swami, farmers' wherewithal, livelihood depends on the rain. It must rain. So Swami said, very good. Now I will give the answer, the final judgment. Both of you are wrong. What is the correct prayer? The correct prayer, Swami said, is, O Lord, you know what is good for everyone. Let that which is good for everyone happen, because your will is supreme. In 2005, when Swami had come to the Prashantnilayam campus at the changing of the Vice Chancellor's ceremony, Swami concluded the discourse and said, the most powerful prayer is what I have given all of you, which you chant every single day. Samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu. Let all the beings in all the worlds be happy. Why? Because when you pray for everybody's well-being, your own well-being is also taken care of. So do not be selfish. Leave everything to God. In the Satya Sai Vahini, Swami writes, there are only 3 kinds of prayers that God directly responds. First, that which involves selfless love. Second, that which involves selfless service. And third, that which involves selfless sadhana. If we see, the Satya Sai Seva organization itself is divided into these three wings, and Swami has integrated these 3 core aspects of prayer in our organizational structure itself. In 1947, when Swami had written that letter to his brother, Seshamaraju, he mentioned one thing very clearly, and in our attempts to pray to God, that's a very powerful reminder. Swami writes, I have a very clear definition of devotion. Those devoted to me should accept success and failure, joy and sorrow with equanimity. The next alphabet, Y. Let us go to the 1978 summer course. Swami gave a beautiful Chinnakatha. I've gone through all the literature that's available, so we have the distilled essence of Swami's message. In that Chinnakatha, Swami narrates an experience from the life of Guru Nanak, the founder of Sikhism. Guru Nanak was uniting the Hindus and Muslims of India in that era, in the 15th century. And the Mughal emperor was very impressed by his attempts. So he invited him to the mosque so that he can be a part of the prayer in the mosque. Guru Nanak accepted. The Mughal emperor sent a palanquin. Guru Nanak said, you go to God's house as a beggar, not as a king. He walked to the mosque. The mullah started the prayer, and Guru Nanak started laughing loudly. The congregation was quite taken aback, but kept quiet. After a few minutes, the Mughal emperor himself started the prayer, and Guru Nanak laughed even louder. The Mughal emperor was quite astonished. You see the audacity of laughing when the Shahenshah of India is praying. So after the prayer was over, the emperor went to Guru Nanak and asked him, why did you laugh when we prayed? Guru Nanak said, I laughed because the mullah was not praying. He was thinking about his sick son who was lying with high fever in his home. His attention was on his son, not on Allah. That's why I laughed at the futility of his prayer. Then the emperor asked, why did you laugh when I prayed? Nanak said, you know why I laughed, Badshah. Were you not thinking of those beautiful horses that you have received as gifts just this morning? You're so fond of horses. Your attention was on the horse, not on Allah. That's why I laughed at the futility of the prayer you made in this grand mosque in Delhi. Prayer means sincere yearning for God. In May 1994, this is the definition Swami gave in Kodaikanal. What is the power of prayer? What is the kind of yearning it requires in order to please God? Here is a beautiful experience from the life of Swami. This was during the Akhand Bhajan in the late 1960s in Bangalore. Swami had just completed the bhajans, attending the bhajans. It was late in the evening, bhajans were going on. Swami went to the residence of one of the devotees to take rest for the night. Immediately on reaching home and having his dinner, Swami said, I have to go back to the bhajan hall right now. The organizer said, Swami, you've been there all day. Please take rest. Tomorrow morning we will go. Swami said, no, I have to go now. Please get the car out. We have to leave. Swami and the devotee left for the Akhand Bhajan. There, in the first row, there was a gentleman who was praying with closed eyes, with tears trickling down his cheeks. He was singing the bhajan, Darsha Dikhao Mere Sai Nanda Lala. His body had discoloration on it. It was not normal. He was suffering from some ailment probably. With closed eyes and an ardent desire, he was praying to Swami for yearning for his love. The bhajan was going on. Swami went and stood right in front of him. This gentleman did not know that the Lord whose darshan he was praying for had already arrived. Swami was swaying to the bhajan. This gentleman was singing with all yearning. And then, when he opened his eyes on completion of the bhajan, Swami put his hand on his head. Right in front of all the devotees gathered there, the discoloration from his body gradually vanished and the person's ailment was all gone. This gentleman did not know what was happening to him, but everybody around saw what was happening. Swami said, let us leave to go back home. The small daughter of this gentleman, this is Srimati Geeta Mohan Ram, has narrated this. She said, she was a small girl that time. She asked Swami, Swami, you could have cured him tomorrow morning. Why did you have to run now to the bhajan hall? Swami said, the yearning with which this devotee was praying for my love, I could not have rested on the cot in your house this night. I had to go now. That is the power of his prayer. Yearning is the soul of the prayer which we make to God. In contrast, once, all the students were with Swami in Kodaikanal. The students were praying before the food, Brahmarpanam. Swami was watching everybody praying. The prayer was over and we were about to eat. Slowly Swami said, all of you chanted Brahmarpanam, but none of your prayers reached me, though I am sitting on the next table. Nobody chanted with fervor. Everybody is in a hurry to eat your food. So you may be near to God, but you may not be able to reach out to Him. You may be far away from God, but God will run to your rescue to take care of you. So yearning is the most important aspect. I was recently in Austin, in Texas, in USA.